natural light. Hold on, y'all. Let me go draw on some eyebrows because my eyebrows are not showing up right now. Okay. Here they go. I have eyebrows now. You can see emotion on my face now. You can see the emotion, right? Because you can see my eyebrows now. Great. I love this for me.
No more wasting time. I'm here to take what's mine. Show me where I lie. Show me where I lie.
Hi guys, my name is Imani-Kelai. Welcome back to my channel. I didn't forget about y'all. I want you to know I didn't forget about you. As a matter of fact, I was thinking about you for the past couple of weeks. But every time I sat down to make a video, it always felt like I was forcing it. And one thing that I know in being an artist and being a creative is that you cannot force creative energy because people are going to tell that it's forced and people are going to feel that it's fake. And if it's fake, you have no business in this business. You know what I mean? I'm probably going to re-record those videos when it's more authentic to me at that time. So, because they were good videos. They were good videos. Why do I look ashy right here? Yeah, guys, this is a video that I felt like I really could make because, as you all know, I am a performer. I do this. I does this. I've done it. I will continue to do it because I enjoy it. These are the 6 things that I do and that I'm practicing doing before every single show. If you're anything like me, you're kind of a perfectionist. And I kind of study perfectionists as well, like Beyonce, she's my #1. As far as her vocal ability, as far as her performance ability, as far as just her putting on a whole show in general, Beyonce is like top tier. Like, I don't know who's better than Beyonce at doing that. I just don't know. But I'm kind of a perfectionist when it comes to my shows. I get very hard on myself if I feel like I didn't live up to my own expectation at my own show. And if I do feel like I lived up to my expectation, I'll feel really good. And I love feeling really good. So I strive for that really good feeling for every single show that I do. #1, the first thing I do in preparation for any show is I make sure I choose a song that fits the theme of that show or the feel of the audience. If you can tell based off the flyer, if you can tell based off of past videos of that particular show that you've seen, or if you've seen other people do it, or if you can ask the person who's putting it on, like, what's the energy gonna be like what's the vibe, I would definitely pick specific songs to fit that vibe, whether it's your own songs, whether it's a cover. I personally, at this point in my life, at this point in my career, how about that? I only have 2 songs out. One of them is X, and if you go to my channel, you can listen to X, and one of them is Get Serious. And if you go to my channel, you can see. Actually, I'm gonna link them, so you don't even have to go far. But X and Get Serious, I know that those songs aren't the right songs to sing at all occasions. Like, for instance, my most recent performance that I did, it was an R&B night. I wouldn't perform Get Serious at an R&B night because it's a hip-hop number. Like, that has no business being there. Like, that's kind of completely blowing off the whole vibe of the show. So what I chose to do instead was I did some covers of some of my favorite R&B songs. I didn't do my 2 songs that night because I didn't feel like they fit the criteria. So I chose to do different songs that fit the criteria but also showcased my voice. I think it's very important to choose a song that fits the theme because that's what the audience expects. First of all, they came there expecting that theme. They came there expecting you to deliver upon that theme. And if you do something completely left, you're gonna lose them. But if you do something that's in that realm, now you're tapping in. Now you're like, oh, like you're giving them, you're fulfilling their expectation. I know a few people who don't do that, but after I told them that, they're like, wow, like I should have played up to the audience expectation. Yeah. #2. You have to look the part. Different creatives will showcase themselves in different ways. I don't think if you're singing a ballad, you should be wearing stereotypical hip-hop clothes or streetwear. It doesn't make sense. It's not adding up. It's not giving continuity. So you kind of want to look the part of the theme of the song that you're performing because it's going to make sense. You kind of want to make everything play into each other because it's the whole story. I think sometimes people get confused on the fact that it's just the song that's telling a story. It's the song that's telling a story. It's how you look that's also telling a story. For example, in my most recent performance at the R&B night, I sang an Aaliyah song, and I decided to put a hat on and some glasses on because that's what Aaliyah was wearing in the music video of the song that I was singing, and it's even on the album cover. Age Ain't Nothing But a Number. I sang back and forth. I put my hat on, I put it on backwards, and I put some sunglasses on like Aaliyah had, and that totally played into the vibe of the Aaliyah song that I was singing. Now, you can do that for whatever song, but I think it's very important to look the part because it'll just tie in everything together. And you want to be a complete show. You want to be the complete package. Number 3. Now this is getting a little bit more technical into it. You want to make sure that the DJ has everything prepared for your set. You want to make sure the DJ has your music, most importantly. Like, usually people ask for your music ahead of time so they don't have to worry about people sending their music the night of the show because there's just too many things to worry about, especially if you're the one hosting. Make sure that you send in the right music. I have done these show mixes where I put 2 songs together or a few songs together and put them all on one track and then send it off to the DJ so they don't have to click between songs. It's just one mix. Just play it and let it play, and I'll do the rest. You know what I mean? Make sure that your show mix is sounding the way you want it to sound before you send it in. You have to listen to it. Sometimes instrumentals don't have background vocals like I want them to. Because sometimes I'm trying to do, but I need the chorus playing in the background and the instrumental doesn't have that. So what I would do is, I would have the instrumental, I would go into GarageBand and edit, I would get the acapella and I would put it below the instrumental and I would like cut it up to where it fits, where the acapella fits in the instrumental. So I could have those background vocals, etc. But that gets really tricky because first of all, you have to make sure that it sounds good. First of all, it has to sound good. Second of all, it has to match up, and it shouldn't be like, well, I said it. It has to sound good. I don't know what else to say. So make sure that your mix is good for your DJ. Make sure that your DJ has your music. You can double check with your DJ. I don't think they'd be mad if you hit them up one day and was like, hey, you got my music? Just making sure. They wouldn't be mad at that because they know that you want your show to go well. But make sure the DJ also has everything you need for your set. If you need multiple mics because you have a guest, you have a feature, ask the DJ ahead of time. Do you have multiple mics or do I need to bring my own? If you're bringing an instrument, make sure you go to where you're performing and make sure that your instrument hooks up. Make sure that you get the sound check, because sometimes when we depend on these machines, they get wonky and they can mess up your set. So make sure the DJ has everything together. Make sure your sound check is together. Make sure any external instruments or whatever that you're bringing to the set works with whatever the DJ has, so you're not out of luck when you get there. Okay? Because there's nothing worse than that, showing up to your performance and being like, dang, I needed this, or dang, this doesn't work, so I'm gonna have to cut that, or whatever it is. You don't even want that. You want to do your whole set the way you imagined it, but you have to make sure that you're putting yourself in a position with the DJ or whoever's putting it on that it'll work out the way you need it to work out for your show, for your success. Number 4, rehearse, 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 rehearse. I've been in plenty of shows where I've done solo or musical theater, whatever. Rehearsal is so important. Rehearsal is where you get timing down. Rehearsal is where you just become confident in everything that you're doing because you've done it so many times. It's in your body and you don't even have to think about it anymore. It's just what goes into having a great show. One thing that I struggle with is rehearsing. I'm not gonna lie to you. Rehearsing is hard, but I think that's because I'm not taking myself as seriously as I need to. You need to take yourself seriously so your product can be serious and people know that you're serious. Be serious. I need to rehearse more for my voice. I need to rehearse more because I want to add more elements. I have some shows where I'd be dancing in them. I want to start dancing in my live performances again. I love that. Rehearsing is making sure everything works, everything flows together, everything is seamless, and it's a solid show. Rehearse for your voice, rehearse your dance moves, rehearse whatever you need to rehearse. Rehearse your chords if you're playing an instrument, a guitar, whatever it is that you're doing. Rehearse, rehearse, rehearse. There's nothing wrong. Practice. People are going to say practice makes perfect, but I say you do what you rehearse. Also make sure that your rehearsals are intentional. Make sure that you're not playing, you're not lollygagging throughout your whole rehearsal. You know what I mean? Like, it's important to handle your business during your rehearsal, because how you rehearse is how you perform. And that's important. Number 5, what I like to do is I like to bless the stage. This is for religious people. If you're religious, if you're not religious, skip past this. But if you are, I like to bless the stage, and I've grown up doing that in my different musicals and different things like that. You know, you just want to pray over that everything goes the way it's supposed to go, not only in all the aspects that we just covered, but just environmentally. You know, there might be an earthquake. We don't know. A light might fall. You don't know. But you bless the stage because you pray that everything is doing what it's supposed to be doing around you. So you don't even have to worry about that. I don't want to have to worry about lights. You know what I mean? I'm praying to God. I want him to bless my performance. I want him to bless everywhere around me so nothing happens that should not happen. You know what I mean? So that's a quick one. I like to bless the stage. I think it calms me down and it makes me feel safe where I am. And last but not least, number six. I had to take my phone down for a minute. It was overheating. It's right in the sun. I'm sitting right in front of my window. So the 6th thing that I do before a show, my boyfriend actually put me onto this because I never did this, but it was meet and mingle with the audience. You want people to stay, especially if you're not first in that lineup. And people will come to see their friend and then leave after their friend performs, but you might be next. And it's like, dang, like they brought out hella people. Like, I want them to stay. If you go and talk to the people in that audience and you go introduce yourself like, hey, I'm Imani-Kelai. I'm performing. Yeah, man, I'm gonna kill it. You know, I'm gonna kill that because that's what I do. And they'll be like, oh, okay. And then they'll stay. They may or may not. You know, you never know what people do, but they'll be more inclined to stay because they met you and that was personal. One of the keys getting people to support you is making it personal. Like, you have to personally talk to these people so they feel like they know you. They feel like they're helping you on your journey up. You're on that upward incline. They're like, wow. Like, I remember I met her at the show. She was so nice. Like, go listen to her music. They'll put their friends on. Human connection is so key. When you go out and you meet people in that audience at night, you probably get more people to actually stay for your set. Probably get more people to follow you on Instagram. And probably get more people to just support you on your journey in general. You'll thank everybody because you're on stage. Thank you, everybody. Have a good night. And then you get off the stage and those same people will be like, oh my God, you did so good. And you're like, thank you, so-and-so. Try to remember their names. You know what I mean? Thank you, so-and-so. I appreciate it. I'm so glad you stayed. Like, what's your Instagram? Let me follow you on Instagram. You know, blah, 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 blah. And that's how you keep coming up. I have to practice doing that because sometimes before shows, I would get really in my head because I'm like, okay, I don't want to mess up. Is my voice where it needs to be? Does the DJ have everything I need to? So everything that I just named is kind of eliminating stressors. So you can be your best self at the time of the show. So you can be your best self when you're mingling and talking to people who will potentially become your supporters and your fans forever. You just don't know. And maybe it'll make you feel better knowing that you got some people in the audience rooting for you after you meet them for the very first time. They're rooting for you now. So thank you guys. Those are the 6 things I try to do before every show. I hope they help you. I hope you can see those results in real life once you start getting out there and you start performing. I hope y'all enjoy the journey. I hope this helped. Thank you guys. I appreciate it. Don't forget to like and subscribe to this channel. Oh my goodness. Please like and subscribe. I'm really getting back into the flow of things here. I'm trying to figure out what days will be specific days that I upload. Right now, it's kind of looking like every Saturday for me, but we're gonna see. I hope y'all have a great rest of the day. Check out my channel. Check me out. Follow me on Instagram at Imani-Kelai. That's where I post my performances and I post my shows and just pictures of me looking cute in general. So, all right, guys. Have a good one. Bye.